Alright, I am back with more Sly 2 Band of Thieves. Haha! Man, the awareness on these enemies is insane. Like, look at me. Oh, well, then again, they're all kind of close together.
Murray, it looks like I'm gonna need some help getting into that engine room.
Happy to help.
Bentley tells me that the door to that room is locked down by wall-mounted power stations located throughout this blimp. I'll need you to take out all the power stations and then pry open the door by hand.
No sweat, Sly.
So yeah, it's just like that Murray mission we had in the very first episode when we were throwing enemies and objects at Dimitri's alarm horns. Only this time we're doing this just so we can get into one of the engine rooms. Remember when I said that each one of these missions tests like a different aspect of the character's playstyle? Well, this one not only tests Murray's ability to pick up and throw objects, but also his combat skills, because more often than not, there's usually a ton of enemies that will crowd me when I'm doing this. Well, so far they haven't showed up yet. Keyword being yet. We're about to get to the more populated section of the airship, so I need to be prepared. Also gotta keep an eye out for Clockwork. No, I'm not calling it Clockluck because that name is really stupid. They should have just stuck with calling him Clockwork and called it a day. Run. Man, that took a lot. Man. Really test my patience here, flashlight guard. Die. Thankfully, I'm not too worried about my health, because there's a lot of it. There's a lot of enemies and a lot of objects for me to break. Hang on. If I can just grab one of them. Oh yeah, I forgot to show this off. Murray's new move. Diablo Fire Slam. Normally, you guys seen it early in the Let's Play, fire would instantly take out an enemy. But because these enemies specifically use fire in their combat style, they're a little more resistant to it. So it would actually take 2 hits to kill them with fire as opposed to 1. But it is still a really cool move. I just wish you would have unlocked it earlier, because it's weird. They purposely wait until the very last mission to give you, like, a really cool move for Murray that really doesn't take up that much gadget power, but you save it for enemies that are more resistant to fire than any other element. Funny how that happens. There we go. Woo. Come here. I have to keep remembering I have that charge move. It's not exactly the most useful right now, considering that if I use it at the wrong time, I will easily just run myself off a ledge. Alright, this has got to be the last stretch. Come here.
Looks like the power locks are offline. Come on back and pry it open.
1 second. Sorry about that. My brother wanted to talk to me. There we go. Alright. Now, remember when I said earlier on in the Let's Play that this area is the most annoying for Bentley and Murray to traverse? Normally when I play this, I just wait for this little platform to lower just enough for Murray to reach it with his turnbuckle. And then hopefully run up here. Ooh. course. Of course. Asshole. Yeah, that was some bull. But no, normally, the way to get up here is you have to go all the way back to where the safe house is. Climb up either this platform with the red roof, or this other platform. Then you have to take the bridges, climb up to this platform, go all the way over here to where I am now. If I didn't know all the other tricks about getting up here faster, I would have to go the long way around, and that way around is so annoying. But again, I'm conflicted because I like the design of this final episode, but I just wish they were giving... I wish there were more paths for Bentley and Murray to use. That's my only problem.
Careful, Sly. This place is packed with laser security. First, you'll need to make your way to the far end of this room. Then jump up to the second level to get at the engine room control center.
Apparently, Arpeggio's been playing or watching a lot of Star Wars because he has ray shields straight out of the movies. This mission is not hard at all. It just takes some timing and paying attention to the laser floor. As long as you stay relatively close to the shield wall, you should be fine. There we go. Because, you know, there's one right behind you, so you have to keep aware of that fact as well.
Alright, the control center is opposite your position in the room. With some well-timed spire jumping, you should be able to get access.
This one's not hard either. Just pay attention to which blades are going to go off. When you see one turn off, you jump towards it. But you also may have to jump back and forth a little bit because you need to give the laser field time to, you know, pass through. What the? What happened there? Wasn't that the one I was spinning? I'm so confused. I guess he jumped towards the wrong one. That's a little weird. I'm pretty sure I saw it spinning. There we go. And thankfully we did this one last because I now have enough bottles.
That Arpeggio really knew his encryption algorithms. As it stands, I'm only 86.5% convinced the code is 725.
Where'd the 0.5% come from? Ah. Shadow power.
You've gotten the shadow power move.
Devious Sneakiest. Open the vault in episode 8. How's there not a trophy for opening all the vaults? Okay, but Shadow Power is just the old move from Sly 1, turning invisible. But also, like in Sly 1, you can't jump, you can't climb, you can't do anything while invisible, can't even run. So it is only useful for like certain, like if you just want to get past a bunch of enemies and not have to worry about sneaking around. But otherwise, it's kind of pointless. Especially in the sequels when, I think in 3, he gets shower power again, but, you know, you can actually use it while doing other stuff. Oh, the laser flows be activated, okay. Alright, that's 3 out of 4 engines down. One more to deal with. Let me see how... I think it's all the way back at the beginning of the... near the safe house, right? This last objective. Nope. Where is it? Ah, it's right over here. Never mind. But this is another flashback mission, in my opinion. And as in flashback, I mean a mission to something we did not only earlier in the game, but also in the previous game.
This engine room is locked down tight. Since we can't get in, I figure we'll have to destroy it from the outside.
I hope you're carrying some heavy explosives, Bentley, because that engine isn't small.
It just so happens that there's a ready supply of explosives already available on the blimp.
Why?
Lock one of these TNT barrels up to that engine.
It's like Arpeggio wanted another Hindenburg.
Sounds easy enough. What's the catch?
The initial payload in that TNT barrel won't be powerful enough to do the job. If you pick up 3 magnetic chargers, you should achieve the necessary blast force to destroy the engine. It's simple, really. Just get close to the chargers, and they'll automatically attach to your barrel.
All right, let's blow stuff up.
Sly, you do realize that you were walking around with a giant bomb. You heard how excited he was to be a walking bomb? It's amazing. But yeah, this is the mission that I was least looking forward to playing this episode. Because it requires you to have complete knowledge of this map and where all the ramps are, because as you guys saw in previous videos, I can't jump out of here until I'm ready to blow it up or else I fail. Also, do your best to not be in the walkway or else they will attack and kill you. Like if you see a flashlight guard, just stay off to the side and you should be good. Alright, let's go over here next. But yeah, I already remember my optimal route from when I was a kid, because if you can pick them up in any order you want. But depending on which order you go in, you'll be either closer or further away from the point you actually need to get to. Also, the game is pretty fair in this section, because I'm pretty sure that they get rid of... The only guards they have patrolling are flashlight guards. Because, you know, if it was the other type of guards... If it was the regular guards without flashlights, those guys are way more aware. And their line of sight is extremely good. So it's a good thing that the game decided to not bring them out during this particular mission, because it would be a whole lot more annoying. You already have to tiptoe across this massive world with enemies all over the place. Having those super aware ones on top of all that would be way too annoying. Okay. So since we have to go up there, we have to rely on one of these 2 platforms. Don't you dare! There's a whole path you can walk in front of. Ooh. What? He had absolutely no reason to turn around. Hold on. Let's do a playback. Yeah, he just turned around randomly. What the crap? Yeah, there's no way I was gonna start that over. Yeah, that was just bull. Because you guys know the tiptoeing doesn't make any sound, so he had no reason to turn around at that moment. Nah, that was just some bull. I would get it if I made a noise or something, but we have established that tiptoeing does not make noise. He had no reason to turn around. And it wasn't even like he was changing directions. He just turned around randomly. Oh, thankfully, I can just... You have to use those bounce pads to get up here. Oh, and I wanted to bring this up earlier. For those people who said that Daredevil Born Again is... There we go. Yeah, for those who said that Daredevil Born Again is bad or it's not your cup of tea, I don't understand why. Because in my personal opinion, especially somebody who's read a lot of Daredevil comics and have seen the Netflix show numerous times, it is very much just the next season of the Netflix show. And I get some of their complaints. Part of it is like, oh, like, there's hardly any action. It's like, in the beginning, sure, but, you know, the writing, the drama, the acting, those are all also important aspects of Daredevil. Plus, without spoiling anything, you guys know what they're building up to. Just be patient. It's coming. Heck, we're getting 2 episodes on Wednesday instead of 1, because they know that those 2 episodes are going to be the big payoff to all the buildup we've been getting in the last 3 to 4, depending on how you look at it. Okay, good. Go, 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 go. Okay. Oh, I gotta get on the roof? Crap. Alright, hold on, I'll go around. I thought I was down here on the ground level, but I gotta go up. Okay, I thought I heard clockwork. Imagine if he caught me and then just shot me. That would have been some bull. Alright. Made it.
That should be the last time anyone puts that engine to use.
Alright, stopped all the engines. So now what?
And an unexpected windfall, I've been contacted by Inspector Fox over the shortwave radio. She's well aware of the dire situation we all face if Klakla becomes immortal, and has agreed to join forces with us so that we can destroy the robotic bird.
Sweet.
The only catch is that she's unable to locate this blimp on her radar. To help her hone in on our position, we'll need to boost the strength of 4 local radio towers. Once Inspector Fox is in range, she'll take one of us on board to act as a tail gunner in a dogfight against Klakla. This is it. We don't have time for another plan. We're almost over Paris, and if that hate hypnosis light show goes off, well, you know the story.
Yeah. We do. Alright. Mega jump job. I'm gonna... Yeah. Sly has a battery on the back of his back. I will get to that in the next episode, because I think the next episode might be the last one. It might be a bit longer, because, you know, it's going to be the finale of the game. But tune in on Wednesday for the final episode of Sly Cooper. I might upload this either today on Saturday, or I might upload it Sunday. It depends on how I feel. But it might be today, just so that people have something to watch. But, as always, I appreciate all the love and support. Let me know what you guys are thinking about this game. If you guys will play it yourselves, remember it's only 10. This and the other 2 are only $10 a piece. So, if my Let's Play have given you guys any enjoyment, then I highly recommend you play it for yourselves and see what you think. But that's it for me. I will see you guys next time. Peace.